Good morning, Amherst. Welcome back. I'm just mapping out the remainder of our time together in the year of COVID-19. So here we are today, Wednesday the 27th of May, and we're on our second day of organic. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days left. And this is our second day of organic. Organic takes anywhere from 7 to 10 days usually. We have a number of vocabulary things to do, and there's some work to do there, and then some reaction stuff, some of which have work to do, others are recognition. So ideally, I'm going to try to have the organic test due next week, Friday. Matter of fact, we'll probably end up doing something in multiple choice format. This is not a unit that lends itself well to writing things out and having me grade them in a timely fashion. It doesn't work, so we'll go multiple choice again. And then what I'll probably do is give you a practice ACS for Monday and Tuesday, and then an actual ACS I'll assign and make it due on this Thursday, and then we will just recap the year on the 12th, our last day together. So that's my plan. We'll modify it as we go, but that gives us enough time to get organic done. It's really a matter of practice with you. We've got a number of worksheets here that after today, you're just going to need to refer back to them and figure it out, and I'll be posting a key a day kind of stuff. But these are the target dates. So what I would suggest you do today is to get out your reference tables. You're going to need tables P, Q, and R. And I would normally do index cards, but it doesn't really matter. If you have index cards, that's great. Something you can rifle through easily as you're working through these problems. If not, a notebook or pieces of paper, that's fine. I'll do a separate piece of paper for each one. You have a huge advantage this year in the sense that normally you have to memorize all of this stuff, and obviously for a take-home test, that's not very realistic. So, here we go. In no particular order, let's go down. What I would do normally is if I had index cards, I would say on one side of the card, you're going to put the name, and then you flip it over on the other side, you would make the drawing or whatever else is applicable, but do it as you see fit. So we'll start by recapping what we did yesterday. So the first thing we had were hydrocarbons. And on the other side of the card, I would have said hydrogen and carbon only. The next card I would have made would be alkanes. On the other side, I would write down saturated hydrocarbon, single carbon-to-carbon bonds, all of them. And I would write down the general formula of CnH2n plus 2. Next card. I would write down alkenes, and on the other side, unsaturated hydrocarbon, one double bond between carbons. By the way, if you had more than one, you could call it, if you had two of them, be a diene. If you had three of them, a triene. I'll try to avoid those for now. But the general formula, CnH2n. Next card. Alkynes. Opposite side. Unsaturated hydrocarbon. One triple bond between the carbons. CnH2n minus 2. Next card. A little bit of bleed from the marker, but not too bad. Maybe we can get away with this. Halides, also known as halocarbons. I'm going to write down R-X. You can see that on the top of table R. What does this mean? Well, X is a halogen, and they get the suffix O, so fluoro, F-L-U-O-R-O, I can't spell today. So we write that F-L-U-O-R-O, fluoro, chloro, bromo, or iodo. What is R? R is the remainder or the rest of the carbon-based molecule. So halides have a halogen or more of them stuck on there. Next card. We'll follow down table R, but we're going to do a lot more in depth. Alcohols have the general formula ROH. Now, the OH part, very much like in the halides, the X part, this is what's referred to as the functional group. It's what makes it that particular class of compounds. If the halogen is stuck onto a hydrocarbon, it's no longer a hydrocarbon, it's a halide. If a hydroxyl group is stuck onto a carbon-based chain, it's not a base. This is a covalent bond, and this is referred to as a hydroxyl group. It doesn't detach, it doesn't ionize, it does not move around as a mobile charge in solution. So alcohols are non-conductors, pH 7 molecules. Okay, so first card, just alcohols, but alcohols come in many varieties, and the naming of an alcohol is very simple, very much the same. So if I had one carbon and 3 hydrogens and OH, just as an example, that's methane-ol. Okay, so the OL at the end tells you it's an alcohol. Now, where you put that OH makes a difference as to into what type of alcohol you have. The key to classifying alcohols correctly is to look at the carbon where the OH is attached. And you have to ask yourself, how many other carbons is that one attached to? If the answer is 0 or 1, it's what we call a primary alcohol. So I'm going to make a new card.